March 30th. March 30th. Hope y'all had a good Monday. And here we go. Begin the starter, y'all. Begin the starter. This is going to tell me how well you did the close reading from yesterday and the document analysis sheets. All right, so let's take a look. This really gives me some solid info. So everybody look at document C. Everybody should be in the DBQ project, document C. Refer back to the document analysis sheet, okay? And answer these questions. Was the date 1930? If it was, check that off. Is the source M.K. Gandhi, which is Gandhi, okay? Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, okay? I had to look that up yesterday. A good question about what does the K represent from a student. All right, are there 3 paragraphs inside the box? If so, put a check there. Is it a primary source? If so, check that one off. I like this. This is hard. This is hard though. This is good though. This is good. It tells me whether you understand these skills. Is an appropriate inference for document C, okay, is an appropriate inference. Gandhi did not fear prison and viewed it as a necessary tactic to fight for justice. Is that an appropriate inference based on document C? Okay. And then a direct quote. If these men had committed an offense, I had committed a greater offense, and I therefore asked the magistrate to impose upon me the heaviest penalty. Is that a direct quote from the document? If so, you'll check that off. And then, is an appropriate hashtag for paragraph 1 imprison me? All right. I like that. This is good. That's probably one of my favorite questions of all time. That'll tell me how y'all really, if you really did your work from yesterday. And then document D, a little bit simpler. Is it a cartoon? Is it a secondary source? Is the source Gandhi? Is the date of the document May 24th, 1930? And is an inference Great Britain, represented by the lion, is in control of Gandhi? Is that an appropriate inference of the document? All right, y'all do that now? I'll give y'all a couple minutes. Let me know when you're done, please, in the chat. Let me know when you're done, because I don't want to rush you, but I do want to move on as quickly as I can. All right, so keep that in mind. Please let me know when you finish.
Away from sin, I wish you nothing but love. Hope you'll never feel lost. Wish I could explain why some things ain't the same. I hope that you find somebody and that somebody loves you unconditionally and never puts a thing above you. I wish you never get cheated on or betrayed. Wish you learn from every single one of your mistakes. Hope one day you'll find peace within yourself. I do, cause the only one you truly ever stuck with is you. Hope you never gotta hide who you really are. Wish you find a passion and you able to go really far. Hope that in your life you'll never make a single enemy. Hope you'll never know the feeling of hatred or jealousy. Wish you get a taste of all the beautiful things the world got to offer. Would sacrifice myself in order for you to have it, but it's out of my hands. Wish there was something I could do, but it's out of my hands. No, it's out, yeah. Wish there was something I could do, but it's out of my hands. Wish there was something I could do, but it's out of my hands.
I hope that you never see the truth behind it all. May your view remain convoluted behind the fog. I hope you don't discover that you were just another imperfect yet on purpose designer flaw. I hope you're never wrong, even when you are. Make yourself remain righteous through all your fights and soul. Cause everybody damaged, and you're the one exception. Better teacher than learner when the concern is lessons. May you reject objections for singular perspectives. You don't need glasses, just signs need to enlarge their message. I hope you never fall, and you remember all the people who helped you climb that you claim were not involved. And when you reach a height, when you're the one and only, and feel lonely in parties cause we're your real homies. May somebody be stronger than your insecurities. I doubt it, but I hope you find a new me.
It's out of my hands. Wish there was something I could do, but it's out of my hands.
All right, I hope y'all did well. Anna, we're gonna same stuff for today for the summary page. Analyze the impact of Gandhi's actions in India. We're looking at his actions and we're trying to identify what are the 3 reasons that Gandhi's actions were successful. Okay. What made them so successful? And we're gonna try and I'm gonna have you identify those 3 reasons and bucket those today. North Carolina Standard Course of Study use primary and secondary sources to interpret various historical perspectives. Unit Asia, statement of inquiry, governance throughout time and place impacts expression. Okay, March 30th starter, which he did. We're going to begin post-bucketing and thesis statement and begin unpacking the evidence. You're going to have to follow along with me on there because those are some new skills. Unpacking the evidence is going to be a new skill, and then the ticket out the door. Your asynchronous work is to complete those. Complete the post-bucketing and thesis statement and complete unpacking the buckets. All right, so everybody should be, I'll give you 30 seconds because you should already be there. Go to DBQ Project, please.
Now it's out. Wish there was something I could do about it. It's out of my hands. Wish there was something I could do about it. It's out of my hands.
All right, so here's what I want everybody to do. Follow along with what you see on the screen, please. I want to make sure you get there. So far we did the cover. We went through the cover. All right, the hook exercise, background essay, document A, document B. We completed document C yesterday, okay? And then you should have done document D as well, okay? And the analysis sheets that go along with them. Now, here we are on what I call, this is like the post-bucketing, okay, getting ready to write. Now, what you've done, what happened, did that fill in automatically? Did your buckets fill in automatically? I don't think so, okay? So here's where now I want you to look at your documents, and you can go back and forth. So if you look right here on this right side of the page, you can go quickly and pull up document A, okay? You can pull up document A right away. You can even pull up the scaffolded form right away. That's really cool. Okay. I mean, it's not cool, but it's a great tool. All right. All right. So you can look and you can access those documents, your notes, your scaffolded, your analysis sheets very easily. So if I'm doing this, I'm going to go ahead and go to my highly scaffolded form for document A. I'm going to look down at the bucket at the bottom. And for me, I put respect. In what analytical bucket does this factor observation belong? We did not do pre-bucketing, and I didn't give you those 3 categories right away. But for me, if I look at document A, I feel like Gandhi's movement was successful because of the amount of respect that he gave to authority, to the British, to everyone, okay? He gave this incredible amount of respect, even if maybe he felt it wasn't deserved, or maybe if you feel it wasn't even deserved, okay? So for me, I'm going to label that first bucket respect, okay? I'm going to put that first bucket respect. Now, here's what I want you to do. I'm going to press play on the music. I want you to then now go through your documents and your analysis sheets by just clicking over here on this right side. Look at these documents and identify what is another reason why Gandhi's movement was successful. Okay, because there's so many other independence movements that were not successful. Gandhi's was successful. And why were they successful? What are the 3 reasons? And put them in here and make sure that you're using these documents to get those buckets, please. Go ahead and do that now.
It's out of my hands.
All right, let's look at what do y'all have for your second bucket? Let's do two. So first one I gave you is respect. I want y'all to give me the second bucket. And then I want you to determine the third bucket completely on your own here. What do y'all have? If I'm looking at document B, based on document B, if we're looking at this, what from document B could be a reason why Gandhi's movement was ultimately successful? Document A, he was very respectful. Okay, he respected everybody. Okay, treated everybody with respect. Didn't want to harm anybody. And then document B, let's get a few other responses. What do y'all think? Yeah, I got some good private comments in the chat. His movement was ultimately rooted in non-violence. So we could put that in for our second bucket here. It was non-violent. Okay, in nature. Everything about it was nonviolent, was peaceful. For them, right? Not towards them, because that was the opposite towards them. Now use C and D, and you could use other documents. You know, one other thing I see in document B is that because they were nonviolent, everybody would end up supporting them because of the media and the photographs and the journalists that were there, and this spread throughout the world, this information. But all right, but go ahead and now, okay, maybe from document C, what could you put in there, right? Go ahead and do that now on your own. When you're done, let me know. When you have all three buckets, let me know, please.
We don't make the mistakes that we used to. They've been replaced by something useful. But I'm still strange. Nothing's changed. We told lies, now we're truthful. Can't go back to what we used to. But I'm still strange. Nothing has changed.
Took you for granted, only now I understand it, yeah, yeah. Gone in the wind and now the wind just makes me panic, yeah, yeah. I'm all alone in isolation, and the only thing I'm testing is my patience. Thankful I'm alive and waiting, yeah, yeah. I'll front your place, I hide emotions, but can't match depression. You get me high, I'm at your gate, I missed our close connection. Hope I'm not banned from trying again to make it work. I lost you first, make matters worse. I lost my job, I'm non-essential, maybe. Don't wash your hands of me, we should be closer, why you be distant? You hate what we've become, but you love what we plan to be. I'm focused, but still randomly my thoughts are swayed. My whole life's an awkward phase, in short I say
We don't make the mistakes that we used to. They've been replaced by something useful. But I'm still strange. Nothing's changed. We told lies, now we're truthful. Can't go back to what we used to. But I'm still strange. Nothing has changed.
I'm at a loss, thought I was better off than other people. I could go jogging, all that I want, I can't run away from me though. Am I evil or ignorant? Out of my mind or tenements, want it back the way it was.
All right, at this point, you should be done. You should have three buckets. And here's the deal. If you hadn't been doing your work and analyzing these documents this whole time, it's probably really difficult to just pick one out. It should be as easy as literally going to document C, going to the scaffolded form, going to the bottom, and identifying what did you put there for your bucket. Okay, that should be very easy. And same thing for D. D's a little bit harder because it's just that political cartoon. It takes a lot of inferencing, that skill. Okay, but let's take a look. Once you put these, what I like about this is once you label a bucket, it automatically populates down here. Okay, so this is our chicken foot organizer, but it's digital. So whatever you put here, automatically is going to populate in that third one. And you could move them. And what you should do is move them based on what, put the one that you think is most important at the bottom. Should be your last one. Okay. Oh, one other thing we need to do. Let's do this. Sorry, y'all. One other thing. Go back up to your buckets. Go back up to your buckets. Drag the letters into where they support. You see that? So for me, there's a lot of respect through document A. So I'm putting it in that bucket. B, nonviolent. Okay. For me, C, whatever you decide. And some of it, you could also put C if you're like, okay, respect was in document C. There's some stuff in there from document C. You could combine it. You're not just limited to say, hey, only the first bucket is A, the second bucket is B, the third bucket is C, the fourth bucket, and then D is in one of the other ones. It could go in multiple buckets if there are supporting details. Okay. All right. So what do you put on the leg of the chicken foot organizer, y'all? What do you put on the leg of the chicken foot organizer? In the chat, y'all got anything? What do you put there? Yeah, so we're working. Yeah, good. We're developing our thesis statement here. Okay. Yeah, we rewrite the question. All right. Now remember, the question is it's at the top, should be at the top of your page. What made Gandhi's nonviolent movement work? Restate that as an answer. Do not use pronouns. Okay. Do not leave anything out. You cannot say it was successful. You can't say the movement was successful. Gandhi was successful. Okay, those are not sufficient. You need to make sure we know that it's Gandhi's movement was successful. Make sure that you are restating that and write that in there right now. And then you should have your 3 reasons there, and that'll help you develop your thesis statement in just a minute.
The way it was never met me with benefits. I'm letting go of my ego and replace it with something that's generous. We should go chase after happiness. Some believe that it should come with the membership. Found out that freedom was limited. Said we equal, not the truth we pretend it is. Prove to be something lethal. Can't lose you, yeah, I need you. Fighting for you on the front lines. When we get through it, we gon' reform. Communicating like we need to. Keep it transparent, baby, see through. Kept off what we kept on. Got a choice now, what should we do? Don't repeat when we reborn.
We don't make the mistakes that we used to. They've been replaced by something useful. But I'm still strange. Nothing's changed. We told lies, now we're truthful. Can't go back to what we used to. But I'm still strange. Nothing has changed. We don't make the mistakes that we used to. They've been replaced by something useful.
If y'all could, go ahead and copy your thesis statement. You can write it to me privately or for everyone to see if you would like. It doesn't matter to me. And I can try and give some quick feedback. Okay, quick feedback. So, okay, go ahead and do that now.
But I'm still strange. Nothing's changed. 'Cause we told lies, now we're truthful. Can't go back to what we used to.
Peace be under you. Mind frame, you don't speak. Sup with you. Time change, front door always open. Come on in, certain rooms it's off limits if you troubling. I can spot a user like computers. You ain't got no drive, you just wait for me to boot up. I keep hope alive, on my shoulders is my future. I'm coaching the team, got no players left to suit up. Put me in Hall of Fame, but off the wall, a flower grew in the shade in front of y'all. A power move, if you want some credit, now forget it. Ain't no water under bridges, I get wetted, I'm repellent. Shower proof, keep it clean until I can't. I take it there, never been, but confident.
Next step. Okay, so we should have developed our thesis statement using the Chicken Foot organizer at the bottom of this page. I want everybody now to go to the next menu item here, okay, called unpacking the buckets, extracting the evidence. Okay, extracting the evidence. So again, it's the bucket with the 3 bullet points next to it. If everybody could click on that, please, and that will take you here, okay? And y'all should be looking at exactly the same thing that you see on my screen. I'm gonna shrink my screen a little bit so you can see all of it simultaneously. Give you 20 seconds to get there, please. It shouldn't take you that long.
I make it dead harmful or you harmless. I keep calm until you are it. We aiming at each other, overcome it. I say 2 brothers walking through the world unprepared. One lit fear while the other one dead. Along came a chance, neither one of them to share. Are they aiming at each other or the air? Go ahead, shoot your shot. Shoot your shot. Shoot your shot.
So now that we're on this page, okay, here's what I want you to do. You're going to look, and you can, again, you got these links right here. That's going to tell you where to go. So I'm going to look at this. For me, my buckets, I'm going to move them back. I'm going to go back and move my buckets back the other way. I'm going to just put them in the order that they were in. Respect first, then nonviolent. Okay, I'm going to come back here. That way they're in that order. Now, I'm going to look back at document A, and I'm going to put in evidence, proof, details from the text that show that Gandhi showed respect to the British people and to everybody. So all I'm going to do here is I'm going to go back to document A. I could even copy and paste some of these details. Okay. For me, I'm going to start even put like, dear friend. He said, dear friend. I mean, he didn't say dear enemy, right? Dear friend. That's what he said first. That's a detail that shows that he respected the British people in his writing. I'm going to go back to document A, see what else I can find here. Okay. I cannot intentionally hurt anything that lives, much less human beings, even if they've done wrong to me. That's a quote. Okay. I'm going to copy that. This is direct evidence that Gandhi was so respectful, obnoxiously respectful. Like, my goodness, how does he do that? Right? This group of people came and controlled them, and the Indian people, and treated them poorly, and extracted their salt and their resources and controlled them. And he's referring to them as friends and saying, I don't want to hurt you. Okay. All right, and you can keep going through here and identify the ways that Gandhi showed respect. Okay. All right. So I like this, no less to convert through. Oh, so here's a good one for nonviolence. Look at this, right? Mission is no less to convert the British people through nonviolence. I'm going to copy that one and put that in our other bucket. You see that? I can just move that here and put in that bucket. And I need to move. Can I put document A? I need to somehow put document A in there, in that bucket. So I'm going to come back here, drag document A, put it in the nonviolent bucket as well. Okay. Don't leave the page. Make sure it saves. And come back. All right. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. Your goal, this is your asynchronous work now. Your goal is to get 3 three pieces of evidence directly from the documents. If you copy and paste, that is okay. That is not a problem at this point, okay? Because we can cite the information, okay? Because I think sometimes it's important to use these direct quotes from Gandhi. That's powerful, okay? But go ahead now. Look through your documents. Try and get your goal is 3 bullet points, 3 pieces of evidence to support each of your reasons why Gandhi's movement was successful, okay? That is your asynchronous work. Everybody go, let's take it out the door, please. Take it out the door. So again, I made adjustments to that last question. So we got objective, unit, statement of inquiry, and then the asynchronous work there. All right, make sure you get that done, please. Thank you.